sex and intimacy are not the same thing. So you know, when we're younger, like one of the visualizations I give my clients is, think back to the first person you had a huge crush on that was reciprocated. And probably you were too young to have sex. Like maybe you were 12 or 13 or something like that. But like, remember how like you made eye contact, or you held hands, or even your first kiss, or like all of those things. Remember how intense that was, like just from a like sensory perspective. But then we get older and we get in these long-term relationships and we can have sex. So like that becomes the main event, you know? But there are so many sensual experiences that you can have with somebody that are not intercourse. And we've forgotten that as married couples, like even healthy married couples have forgotten that, you know? And so I think, like, first of all, most of us have never talked very much about sex with our partners. So that conversation, we need to build the muscle of being able to have that conversation and being like, can we make this more about pleasure and sensory experiences? And yeah, it may not be like vigorous sex like we used to have, or just like spontaneous stuff or whatever. And the whole spontaneous thing, I always argue about, because I'm like, when you were dating and you had a date on Friday night and you put on your prettiest underwear and like made yourself, like, was that not planned? I mean, come on, like that wasn't totally spontaneous. That was a plan. So, you know, I kind of argue it, just because something's planned doesn't mean it can't be exciting, right? So that's what I like to do. First of all, is just back it all the way up and start with like sensual touch, pleasure experiences, and start relearning each other from that perspective. And there's a lot of things that you can do if you're in pain or fatigued that are pleasurable and sensory, and your partner probably will enjoy that too. It's just that you have to talk about the expectations and all of those things. So conversation, reassessing your expectations, and like scaling it back a little bit and reorienting yourself to pleasure, for sure.